Hello, everyone. Happy New Year 2022. Hope this new year has started well for you. It's time to continue with some of our chapters that we've been focusing on. And today, I just want to do some review. We first figured out what's urgent and important for us in our life. Then we headed towards finding out who you are and what are your values. And when I say who you are in terms of like the world, your family and friends, once you figure out where you came from and where you're at now, we can move towards the next process now. And this is a new year. I want to encourage everyone. The word new, it's always good. So, new year, new possibilities, new opportunities. So, you tell yourself, I got this no matter what. And it's not you look at the world and you encourage yourself. You get encouraged and you go and do it, and the world looks at you and gets encouraged as well. However, you want to always use your support of the friends and family that you have around. All right, let's move forward now. So, we're going to focus today on what are my roots, ROOT's roots, and where am I growing, GROWING. This is basically defining and finding your identity in terms of, at work, at your house, in the society. Nowadays, we live, I again want to point out, in the social media world, we watch in the TV, everyone is telling us how to be, what to do, the popularity, the pop culture, right? How to dress. They're, especially the consumerism, they're trying to tell you that you have to spend a lot of money. You have to be buying certain types of gadgets, certain types of clothes to fit along. But is that gonna make you happy? Well, how do you know? You have to go through the process, filter, and find out what are your roots and where you are growing. So you have to remember roots are in the ground. They are holding their place, right? You can't just be moving it up and down and around. Just imagine a tree. It has roots, and there's all the way when it grows out, the roots is always there, but you have seen trees, big trees. Imagine a banyan tree, how big it grows and how vast it spreads its roots and its branches. So the possibilities are endless. However, if you cut the root, the tree is of no use. So you have to always remember what are your roots, where you came from, the people that got you there. I always emphasize on people, not on things. People that have spoken into your lives, people that have influenced you. Always remember them. That's how you can move forward in life and continue to grow and become who you want to be. And for me, as a Christian, who you are meant to be. God has a plan for you, and plan for hope and not to harm. Plan to succeed and do well in life, right? All right. So imagine you're a tree and you're trying to grow. So you have to first realize what are your roots. Are you planting good things? Are you watering your roots every day? I always emphasize on three things: spiritual, mental, and physical. So for me as a Christian, always I'm going to use those examples: is reading the Bible, praying, supporting, taking support from people around me, my family, my elders in the church, and people that are there to really guide me and help me establish my identity, right? So that's one of the main things you want to do, always spiritual. Then physical, workout, exercise whenever you can. Just by eating is a big part of it. I'm still a work in progress. Eat balanced, moderately. Try to work out. Try to stretch. Doesn't have to be 2 hours, 1 hour, as you see in the TV. Intensity, everything you do, and that's the only way you're gonna get result. No, you have to find out what's good for you. Maybe for you, you need 15 minutes. So you have to know yourself and get to find what works for you, and then you head towards it, right? And then last, mentally, which I mean is, I'm not saying mental problems, but taking care of your mental health, as in refreshing. When you do, these are all connected. You can't separate one from the other. So when you do spiritual, physical, then your mental is also going to be affected. Well, mental is keeping in touch with your families, talking to your friends, not watching too much TV or social media, especially Facebook and things like that. That's not the world humanity was built on. That's a technology that has been developed to basically consume you and have you in there as long as they can for their benefits. There's a lot of benefits to that. You see your friends and families, you're connecting, you're doing a lot of things. But imagine how much time you spend just reading the homepage or reading other people's stories or just advertisement and everything. That's taking a lot of your time. Once again, we go back. Prioritizing urgent and important is always going to be useful. Maybe you go into Facebook, you're there to write to 10 of your friends. Do that and end Facebook for the day. You don't have to spend another hour surfing, looking, and trying to figure out what's right and wrong or what's best for you and what you need. No, you know what's best for you. For me, God knows what's best for me, and I can take from that and move on. Okay? So prioritize yourself. Second, I want to focus on pleasing there, pleasing everyone. There's a saying I grew up, it's a British saying, I think, and it's very useful. I want to always separate wisdom and education. Just because someone is very educated does not mean they are wise. So, especially the new generation now that emphasize so much on education, science, and technology, I want to encourage you. Never forget your elders. Never forget your father, mother. Never forget your uncles. They might not be educated. Some of your cousins might be from the village, but they have wisdom that cannot be bought, that cannot be constructed. These are life experiences. These are their own wisdom. So always value wisdom more than any education. Okay. So first of all, this is a British wisdom, I think, from a long time ago. It says, if you try to please everybody, you will please nobody. So we live in a world here. I live in Canada now, and some of the Western style, it's very apologetic. It's a very conforming world. I'm not saying things are wrong, but in my perspective, that's you're trying to make everyone happy. You're trying to please everyone. You're trying to be neutral. But we are human beings. We have a past. We have a place where we came from. No one is just appeared one day. You were given birth by your mother and father who really took care of you, took the time. And the pain that a mom goes through to giving birth, you can't imagine. So remember, you are not just coming into existence one day. You have a past. So being neutral is not necessarily a good thing because you have a mind and you have your own biasness and you have your own choices. So don't be afraid to believe and raise your voice for what you believe in. I'm not saying to like fight or harm others in any way, but I'm saying especially for justice, for cause, for the things that you believe in. Every human being has that sense of wanting to do good to some extent. For me, I think it's only possible through God to get to the higher level. However, we can have our own differences in terms of that. So don't try to please everybody, right? Just focus on first God, for me, then your family, and yourself. You figure out what's right for you, what's good for you moving forward, and you go live that day according to that. And be nice to everyone, be respectful to everyone, but you don't have to say yes to everyone. You don't have to say yes to everything. Run around everywhere. When you do that, you're going to realize that your identity is based on what others want and pleasing people. And that's one of the most unsatisfying way you will be living. Because at the end of the day, some of these people won't be around. At the end of the day, some of this work, some of these places you work will be your past. Then what? You did all that. So do good things for humanity, yes. Always help people. Always help the poor in the streets. However, don't be a people pleaser, okay? Now I want to focus a little bit on responsibility and we'll just end this chapter to our stand. As we started the new year, this is just to get you encouraged, get you on fire to rest. Just tell yourself, you can do it. Be a leader if you want to, and people will follow. For someone to follow, you have to be willing to lead. Try and succeed, try and fail, but never not try. Don't be afraid. I want to end with responsibilities. Okay, sometimes you used to worry a lot. I used to worry back when I was younger too. I used to ask my dad all the time, "Oh, I said this to my friend. I did this to my relatives. Do you think they're happy? I gave them this as a gift. What do you think? Are they feeling okay?" And my dad told me this, and this has been one of the best lessons for me in my life. He said, "There are in life two responsibilities. Okay, one is yours. Second is the other person's. So first, your responsibility. Let's say you give someone a gift, okay? Maybe you don't have much money, but or you spend time making that gift. For you, it's valuable. For you, it's important. For you, it comes from a good heart. So now you go and you give that gift to other person with good heart, good intention, good in mind. That's very important. Once you give it to that person, that gift, now, I'm just using gift as a metaphor. This could be in everyday active interactions with people, right? Once you give that gift to them now, your responsibility is done. You have done it with good heart. You have done it with good intention. You have done it with good motivation. Now that person will take the gift and look at that, and that person might be the happiest person in the world, so thankful and so appreciative of your gift. Or that person might look after your gift and be almost insulted and be like, "What is this? You don't even care for me." Now you don't have to feel bad for how that person feels. Yeah, you can always try to maybe fix things if you want to or get them a different gift. That's your choice. But your responsibility is done the moment you handed that gift. Now it's the other person's responsibility how that gift is taken. So there is always two responsibilities in life with two people. So same way when you are with your friends, when you are out in the world every day, when you're at work and you do something and you're worried how that other person is going to take, you ask yourself, did I do it with a good heart? Did I do it with good intention? Did I give it my best? And if the answers are yes, then that's it. You've given your best. Now you don't have to feel bad how that other person is thinking. We spend too much time, or in general, thinking so much about how others feel, how others do that. You're constantly trying to change, constantly trying to run around. And you know what? That other person, that might just be his problem, or the other people. You will never satisfy. So once again, remember, if you try to please everybody, you will please nobody. So believe in yourself, get it done, and you move on. And you start every day telling yourself, I got this. I can do this. And no matter what, you will do it. For me as a Christian, of course, I can do this with God, with Jesus' power and the Holy Spirit. That's no option for me. So you move on, and I want to use the three things I've used as a quotation for my other videos. First, let's use the experience of yesterday to overcome the problems of today and to make a better tomorrow. Second, remember, whatever your situation is, however money you have, whatever stress, whatever you're going through in life, remember, life is not always having the best cards, but playing best with the cards you have. Okay, just like a poker game. Sometimes it doesn't matter how bad of hand you're dealt. If you play it well, you can win, depending on how it goes. So life is not always having the best cards, but playing best with the cards you have. And finally, I say this to myself a lot, coming from my parents. Give your best, do your best, and God will do the rest. So have no fear. Don't let anybody tell you what you need to do in life. You tell them what you're doing nicely, respectfully, and you move forward with passion, with energy. And when people look at you, however they're acting or feeling, once you've done your part, remember the responsibility part. You don't have to worry. And you can smile, you can be joyful, and you can try to pass that joy to everyone else around you. All right. Happy New Year's 2022. All the best. I'll continue some of these chapters as we go. Do your best, give your best, and God will do the rest.